Shalom, shalom, Akim wa Akwaf, you sincere Akwaf. Okay, shalom to you brothers. I say Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, for water Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. This is Apostle Rakar back again with another impromptu video. Okay, and it's the spirit. I was just sitting. I just got back in the house, and I was looking on Facebook, looking through YouTube and Facebook, checking out different stuff, different videos, and they put a video up. This rapper, another one of these so-called rappers, dropped dead. A female this time, a black woman this time. See, the Most High bringing judgment on these rappers, man. A couple of weeks ago, a week or so ago, a couple of weeks ago, this dude Coolio dropped dead, right? Prior to that, DMX dropped dead. Bismarcky dropped dead. You know, the Bismarcky dropped dead. DMX dropped dead. You see what I'm saying? Now, this chick, one of the rappers, I remember her. She used to be down, I believe, with Redman and all of them. Hurricane G. Hurricane G. You know, she was very well known in the hip-hop community back in the 90s. I just saw on Facebook she dropped dead. She passed away. So, like, the Most High don't like these rappers, man. These so-called hip-hop artists, these rappers, man. There's a controversy with these so-called hip-hop artists, with these so-called rappers. Why is it? And prior to that, was it back in the Biggie got put to death, Tupac got put to death, Eazy-E dropped dead, right? Then some of these, a couple of these new age, this other so-called rapper got shot recently. Then, like, what was it, last year, that other dude, he was out there buying cookies, he got put to death. Oh, Nipsey Hussle got put to death. You see what I'm saying? So the Most High, there's something that he has like a controversy against these so-called rappers, these so-called hip-hop artists. Because all these young jakes, they look up to these guys. That's their heroes. And a lot of them guys are sodomites. A lot of them sold their soul to the devil. And a lot of these so-called rappers, they're the reason why a lot of these young so-called Negroes and Hispanics are killing each other in the ghetto. That gangster rap being promoted and pushed by Amalek. See, because a lot of these so-called rappers, they're nothing but little messenger boys for Amalek, man. Because Amalek runs that whole so-called hip-hop industry. A lot of them mobiles and CEOs of the hip-hop industry, of these record labels, are Amalek, man. They're the gatekeepers to that. So basically, what type of music is basically being seen? When hip-hop music first came out, it was about having fun, partying, how good you could rhyme. And the battle was just, look, who's the better MC, who could put rhymes together better, right? But then in the 90s, they brought in that gangster rap, starting it off really with NWA, right? Ice-T, NWA, and after that it took off. And who was the manager and producer of NWA? Jerry Heller. Well, he wasn't the producer; he was their manager, right? But he was the guy that put them on. Jerry Heller, Amalekite, right? See what I mean? So he wanted that push. He was connected. He was one of them. So a lot of you so-called rappers and hip-hop artists and MCs, you're a bunch of demons, man. You're a bunch of demons. So that, because y'all responsible for a lot of death. That gangster rap music, and nowadays they really pushing it hard, man. But we can't just blame these little new young rappers now that started back in the 90s. The guys from my generation, starting with NWA. That's why Eazy-E dropped dead, and you know what? And Dre and Ice Cube, they sold out. Because Easy died, but then the other dude, MC, DJ Yella and Ren, you don't really hear about them. But Dre's a billionaire, multi-millionaire, right? Dre is up there. He's like another gatekeeper for Esau. If you want, like, if Dre produce you, you're gonna become famous. Well, Dre, he produced 50 Cent, he produced Snoop, right? So then 50 and Snoop became big Hollywood. So Dre, he's a real demon. He's like a gatekeeper for Amalek. Ice Cube, he sold out too. All that bullshit he was talking, all that radical shit he was talking back in the 90s, right? But what? He became a big time movie star. He He ain't doing music anymore. He's a big time movie star, but he's still trying to act like he's down. You ain't down, nigga. You sold out. You in Hollywood. You up in Hollywood. I'm pretty sure Ice Cube probably bent over too, man. I know Dre did. Okay, but these so-called rappers, the Lord gonna have judgments for y'all too. So, see, because remember, these guys, they started, Will Smith, he started out as a rapper, right? He started out as a regular little average rapper from Philly. And he's one of the top Hollywood guys out there now too. Him, Ice Cube. Ice Cube is like a big-time Hollywood guy, Hollywood actor. A-list Hollywood actor, right? See what I'm saying? So that go to show you that hip-hop shit, that's like the launching pad to really sell your soul and get in with Esau. But that's why a lot of you, the Most High is making it where a lot of you guys ain't getting the chance to even go that far. Like this guy Nipsey Hussle, if he didn't get put to death, who knows? I'm pretty sure they probably would have got him up in the movies and shit, right? A lot of these so-called because you guys are wicked. You're the main reason that's leading to a lot of Jake killing each other. You're responsible in helping Esau destroy your own people. You're just like the drug dealers, man. I just noticed that. So I just saw on Facebook this chick, Hurricane G. You know, she was a rapper. Like I said, she was real big in the 90s. You know, she did songs with, she was down with like Redman, and I believe, she did some shit with Puffy. She worked with a lot of different top hip hop people back in the days. I hadn't heard nothing from her recently, but in the 90s, you heard her name all the time, Hurricane G. Back when Redman first came out, on his first album, she was on it. He mentioned her. Hurricane G packs the gat, son. That one song, Tonight's the Night, he mentioned her. But she did songs, she had her own stuff out. She dropped dead. She was real popular. Everybody she was down with everybody. She was cool with everybody. Everybody did songs or work with her. You know, and she did her own stuff too. But I just saw she dropped dead. So the Most High has a controversy with these so-called rappers, man. You so-called hip-hop artists. And I'm going to bring it out in the scriptures because you know what? These rappers, what do? They put a bunch of words together and pretty much it's like poems. It's like a form of poetry, but it's not even really poetry because it rhymes, but the shit they're talking is foolishness. Because even these so-called conscious rappers, right? They were talking about like Public Enemy and them. They were talking about that conscious shit, but they sold out. Flavor Flav became nothing but a court jester, which that's what he was anyway. Chuck D, he sold out. He's working. He's down with them, with the media industries and shit like that. All that radical stuff they was talking, right? Back in the 80s and the 90s. So them rappers ain't shit. They're nothing but demons, man. Misleading Jake. But they put all these words together. But them words, all them rhymes and raps, I'm this, I'm that. As a matter of fact. And I'll be back because I'm fat. Like just rhyming stupid shit, talking and building up yourself or saying things that are going to mislead other young, impressionable, simple-minded people to do things, man. You see what I'm saying? So you niggas, man, that's why the Most High is bringing judgment on a lot of these so-called rappers, man. This has been going on. The Lord has a controversy with y'all. That should have been the title. But I'm going to start right here. But what do rappers do? They put a bunch of words together, rhyme, but you ain't really saying nothing. You ain't teaching the truth. I'm going to start in Ecclesiastes, the first scripture, Ecclesiastes 10 and 14. And that's why you got these brothers in Israel, these guys in Israel that want to take the truth and make it into raps and make rap albums and make rap videos. But nah, we talking about the truth. No, man, the Lord don't want we got the rap already. The rap is just bring out the scriptures, not we bringing them out, man. You don't got to take the Most High's words and put it into a rap form so Jacob listen. No, the Lord didn't tell us to do that. The rap is already here, man. The scriptures, just read the scriptures and break down the scriptures, man. All right, Ecclesiastes 10 and 14. Okay, a fool also. Ecclesiastes in the Bible, 10 and 14. A fool also is full of words. See, these rappers, they multiply a lot of words. They put these words together, right? And rhyme, put words together and rhyme. 10 and 14, Ecclesiastes. A fool also is full of words. These rappers, they're fools. Okay, a man cannot tell what shall be And what shall be after him? Who can tell him? See, like all them niggas that got Nipsey Hussle, Tupac, Biggie, all that shit they was talking about, right? Yo, it's right, and I'm gonna smoke niggas and I'm gonna do this. But them niggas couldn't tell. They couldn't tell that they wasn't gonna be there no more. They couldn't tell that their life was gonna get cut short. They couldn't tell that. They couldn't foresee that, right? They couldn't foresee what the judgment was gonna be for them, or what their life was gonna be, or what was gonna come, right? Because they're not prophets. They were just fools. Men, a fool is full of words. So these rappers are fools. And that's why the Most High don't like them. That's why he's bringing judgment upon them. I just read that. A fool is full of words, man. Now we're going to go to the book of Proverbs 10 and 19. Okay, this is Proverbs 10 and 19. In the multitude of words, there wanteth not sin. But he that refraineth his lips is wise. You see that? There's sin in that. Meaning all these people that's putting these words, a bunch of words, like these rappers, they come together and they put a bunch of words into rhyme form, right? Uplift and making these a bunch of words together to uplift themselves and talk about how they Superman, how great they are. They could jump off buildings, they could shoot guns, they can get all the women in the world. What kind of cars they drive, what kind of drawers platinum drawers they wear, whatever, right? See, but he that refraineth his lips, a man who's wise holds his tongue and observes and listens, right? This is the 20th verse, Proverbs 10 and 20. The tongue of the just is as choice silver. See, who's the just? The just are the elect of Israel, the prophets and the men of the Lord. The heart of the wicked is little worth. That's right. The heart of the wicked. So these wicked, evil niggas out here that are not wise, like these so-called rappers, they're of little worth. That's why the Most High is putting these guys to death and these girls to death. Because they're of little worth, man. On earth, people, oh, but they're so great. DMX died. But you know what, man? Hurricane G just died. To the Most High, to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, they're of little worth. So the Lord said, you know what, man? Get them or take. He instructed the death angels, take this motherfucking nigga up off of here. Take her off here. Take him off here. We don't need him on the earth. I'm tired of looking at them on the earth. All right? 21st verse. The lips of the righteous feed many. That's right. The lips of the righteous. Who are the righteous? The elect. The brothers of the hopeful elect. The ones of us that is out here teaching this truth and sincerity. We feed many. You brothers, wise, sincere sisters that are learning and listening to the scriptures that we're bringing out to you through the Spirit of the Lord, y'all getting fed. We feeding many. We got thousands of people, millions of people listening and watching us now, and we know that. And people are getting fed. That's why now this whole thing of who the real Jews are is coming out, because this truth is out the bag. People are waking up, right? But the fools die for want of wisdom. You see that? But fools die for want of wisdom. That was in Proverbs. You see that? So these rappers, they trying to multiply words and put rhymes together, and they try to sometimes call themselves throwing knowledge in there, like Nas. I'm kicking knowledge. But that's why the Nipsey Hussle, he was trying to kick knowledge. Tupac, he called himself trying to kick knowledge, right? He was a gangster / conscious rapper, right? He was always talking about how wise he was and about the plight of the black people and this, and he was so wise, but he couldn't see his own death coming, like I said in Ecclesiastes. Right? So I'm going to read this. I'm going to prove it that it's the Lord that's doing it. What I just read in Proverbs. But fools die for want of wisdom. They call themselves trying to seek wisdom and make these raps and get people to follow them like they're so prolific and deep, but they're really not. So what did it say in Proverbs? But the fools die for want of wisdom. So these so-called rappers, that's why they're dying. They're being put to death by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So now I'm going to read 1 Samuel 2 and 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. So, hey man, if you die, the only person that can bring you back is Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Or if a baby is born, it's meant for that, for whatever reason, for whatever reason, whether that baby is being born to be of the elect or whether that baby is being born to be of the Lord's chosen, the Lord is the one. Like if you on the earth, any child that's born, it's the will of the Lord, okay, that makes that child be born. Now, if your ass end up in the graveyard, a corpse, that's the will of the Lord too. So the Lord is the one who's killing these so-called rappers, man. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah is the one that's putting them to death. You see? So it said, fools die in Proverbs for want of wisdom. And it said, who? These people that multiply words. Who multiply their words? These so-called rappers. I'm going to end it with this. Amos 9 and 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil should not overtake nor prevent us. These so-called rappers, they talk about, ain't nothing going to happen to us, like Tupac, right? He just knew nothing was going to happen to him. Nipsey Hussle, he knew he was out there in his little, his whole little store area. What they call it, man, the storefronts. He was making money. He didn't think he could get touched. Biggie didn't think he could get touched. He talking about, I got my guns. What you think all the guns is for? You come to, that's one song, Warning, right? Like you try to come get him. He got the guns. He multiplied a lot of words talking about in one of his songs, that song, Warning. You come to, that's the name of the song, Warning. Like if you come try to get me, what you think all the guns is for? And I got the Rottweilers, right? I feed him gunpowder. But what happened? That nigga went out to Los Angeles and he got shot the fuck up in that SUV. See? He couldn't see that coming, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us, which are fools. So these so-called rappers, man, and you know what? A lot more of you, let that be a cautionary tale and a warning to the rest of you so-called rappers that think you made it. People like 50 Cent, people like Dr. Dre, people like Ice Cube, all the rest of you. Lil Wayne, all you niggas, all you so-called rappers, man. The Lord, if I was y'all, I'd be scared right now. I'd be repenting and trying to seek out this truth. You know what I mean? And paying tithes and homaging the priest of the Lord. Maybe the Lord may have mercy upon y'all, man. You see what I'm saying? You so-called rappers, man. You hip-hop artists. You people in the hip-hop community. The Most High has a controversy with y'all. And guess what? There's going to be more of y'all getting put to death. Like I said, I just saw a news feed today on Facebook. Hurricane G dropped dead. So I'm like, damn. And then a few of these other young new age rappers got put to death in the recent year up until a couple of weeks ago. So a lot of you so-called rappers are being, you young men don't aspire to be no rapper. These rappers are seeming to have a short lifespan, man. The Most High, and I read in Samuel's about the Lord is the one that's doing it. So the Most High got the hit list. He got a hit list on you rappers, man. You so-called hip-hop rapper people, man. So, hey, man, let that be a lesson, all right? The Most High is sick and tired of niggas on the earth running their mouth, talking about nothing, no edification, and misleading other niggas to do simple things. So with that, I'm going to wrap this up. I pray the video was edifying, man, and I say shalom to you sincere brothers of the hopeful elect, and shalom.